did the little health challenge around here, and we paired it with dry January. But you get talking about alcohol, and that's one of the things that always worries me is people want to get, there's a stigma that goes with it, you know. Oh, does somebody have an issue? Do they have a problem? We did dry January, we talked about dry January, but the truth of it was all about, you know, different healthy choices that we could make. So, number one for that time period was to not drink booze, which was not that big a deal. Now, to be honest with you, when I think back to that, I thought Kate was going to cheat. Not that there's anything, I'm not saying, no. I knew Kate was going to be supportive. That was the thing. She would ask me questions, she'd talk to me, and I knew that when it came down to it, whether she decided to do it herself, she was going to be supportive of me. Well, we're going to do it again this year, but we're not calling it, we're not going to just go along with dry January. What we're talking about is, we're calling it the STS 180 challenge, because not everything's about drinking. The STS 180 challenge, what is the 180 challenge? Well, it doesn't have to be about alcohol. You know, that's the thing. Number one, whatever it is that you're trying to do, that's what we want to do. I know for me, you know, we started talking about doing this a little while ago, and what I was saying to Josh, and I started filming. So, okay, in full disclosure, we did actually start this at the beginning of November. So Josh and I both together said, we want to do this, get ready for next year, because we got some epic things that we plan on doing on the bike. Well, let me give you some advice if you're looking to do some sort of health challenge. Move cable housing out of the way, and then turn off your phone. First of all, don't do it 2 weeks before Thanksgiving, because when you cheat, and you cheat around me, I'm going to tell you about it. No, Josh cheated, but it's not a big surprise. It was Thanksgiving. So, but up until then, it was actually working. We were both supportive of each other. We're helping each other out. And we were doing what we said we were going to do because we had made a commitment to each other. And I think that's the biggest thing. I know having somebody to hold you accountable is a word that people like to use, but I think it has more to do with having someone who can support you. You know that they're going to do it, and if they're doing it and depriving themselves, then you need to do it as well. So the first piece of advice that I would give anybody wanting to do something like this is tell somebody. I read this article, and I can't remember who it was, but he said the two biggest pieces of advice I'd tell someone about trying to do a health challenge is tell somebody or don't. And that, to me, I 100% get that. If you're somebody who is going to respond to having someone support you, then tell somebody. Put it out there. If you're somebody who that doesn't work for you, then don't do it. Now, you know, we've been focusing a lot on talking about our bikes because that's what we do, and we haven't been doing the personal things, the stuff like this in a while. But we're going to do it now. And what we're doing is we're going to tell people. So I'm kind of curious what will happen if we can all stick to what we're doing. It's easy for me. I'll be honest with you. I'm not the best example. It is. It's just easy for me because this is my life. My whole life is doing this. So it's not like I can't make the time. But for other people, they don't have it as easy. I have a huge advantage over Josh, and I know that. Not that we're competing, because we're not competing, we're helping each other. We're going to start January 1. This is what we're going to do. The 180 challenge, if you want to join us, let us know. If you want to come down and talk, be on camera, we can do that. If not, if nobody wants to, then we'll just put it out. It'll just be me and Josh putting this out. What the concept of what we're trying to do is there something you want to change to get rid of? Well, when it comes to diet, 2 years ago, I got a great bit of coaching from Chris Tanner, made a huge difference in my life. And I just need to stick to what we talked about. That's it. So I already know that. I don't really eat that bad. I have a couple of bad habits that creep in. So For me, the thing I want to get rid of, I want to get rid of those bad habits, and then I want to focus on adding the positive, healthy habits. Making the 180 switch, going from doing it one way to another, to where I would allow some of those dietary things that are not good. Alcohol is one of them. Potato chips is another, and candy's another. There's those cookies. That's my son's fault. He makes great cookies. But it's also about saying I want to make sure that I'm committed. 2 years ago when we did this, it wasn't just dry January. It was a full thing. It was diet. It was making sure that the exercise was there, and then mental, emotional health, mental fitness. That's a term that people like to use. It wasn't just trying to get rid of something. It was also the concept of trying to be just overall healthier. 2 years ago when we did this, I was working out, doing Zwift, and enjoying the trainer, and then working on diet with Chris. And it worked. It worked fantastically. Once I got into about February and March, I started having a hamstring issue that I didn't talk to anybody about, didn't go get any help for it. And unfortunately, it took me off the bike and I stopped working out. Since then, I did speak to some people, talked to Matt Taylor, and Matt says, you got an imbalance, do these exercises, it's fine. And it worked. This past year has been a focus on, get out, exercise, ride the bike. It's been the best year of cycling I've had ever, to be honest. Manage those injuries, managed my time better. For me, I want to make sure that the bad habits of diet that I know I get into, I don't want to let that back in. But also, I want to make sure that I'm consistent with good habits. I'm starting this early. I'm starting by cleaning up my shop. And then I'm going to be focused on being better, being more of who I want to be. Looking forward to it, And then I think another thing that I like being in my shop. I don't know. I don't know if this is a bad thing. I like being in my shop and I like being in my garage. And this is the workhorse. This is where dirty things get done. We have a really nice store. We have a really nice showroom area, and I never go up there. So maybe who knows? Maybe that's the kind of thing that I can change as well. We have a really nice area. I don't use it. Maybe I should. But yeah, STS 180 challenge. Everybody has their own reasons. I've had a lot of concussions that caused me some issues, and so that was one of the things that was a motivator. But I've got a new doctor who's given me hope. And everything that he's saying is you got to be healthier. Why not give it a try? Let's make it happen. Let's have some fun. We got some epic things we want to do on bikes next year. We're still trying to plan out when we want to go do these things and make some commitments. So we have 3 really cool bikes that's coming out very soon. And I can't wait to share that with everybody. And then want to do some epic stuff. I said stuff. I believe someone at Velocity has a sign on their desk that says epic things. But I'm not going to use that language on YouTube because I don't want to get in trouble. STS 180. You want to make a change? You want to try to be better? You want to commit to healthy activities? Yeah, we do. And then we want to be prepared to do some epic stuff. So thanks for watching. The challenge starts here in a few weeks.